Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining this podcast. For those who do not know me, my name is Arkam Chima, the co-founder of Captens Limited, and your very own sales guy. And today's topic is how you can grow and scale your services business using untapped market. And to discuss this topic, we have a really special guest on board who is going to share all the proven strategies that he has used to grow his business from 0 to 400K in a year, along with some real life stats. So let's just invite Abdullah Ashraf on the stage without wasting further time. Hello,
Hey,
Abdullah. So much
hey
for
man, thanks for the warm welcome, and it's nice to be here. And I look forward to having an epic value pack session with everyone here today.
sure. Let's just start with the screen share, and you can take us through all your strategies and how you have overcome them and how you have learned them.
Sure, let's get straight into it. Okay, so I'm gonna hit share my screen. Just let me know if the screen is visible. I've got a Google Doc open
Yes.
right now. Cool. So here's how we're doing the presentation today. We're not going to do a boring old PowerPoint. I'm going to show you live examples of
Mhm,
everything. And
mhm.
we're going to dive straight into it. So we're going to do everything here on this Google Doc. Now, sorry, I'm just checking. I heard some rebound of the audio, but it's fine now. So we'll do everything on a Google Doc here today, and then once we're done with this call, I'll share this Google Doc, with you, and then you can share that with everyone else. Okay, so
Sure.
let's do a quick rundown on who I am, because that's not as relevant as what we're covering today, right? We want to spend more time talking about the real value I have to share with you and less about who I am. But quickly, I'm Abdullah Ashraf, a 23-year-old marketer from the UK. I've been online since 2013, so almost coming up to 10 years now. Obviously, when I started, I was only young, so I was just experimenting, etc. But by the time I turned 16, I dropped out of formal education. I went full-time online. In that time, I used to run, back in 2015, many of you might be familiar with a business model called content arbitrage. I used to run these blogs, right? And that links into the business that we're running today, the agency I'll be talking to you about, right? So we used to
Yeah.
run these blogs, and we used to monetize them with Google AdSense, and we used to send traffic from Facebook ads. And the difference that we would make, so we spend $1 on Facebook ads, and we make $1.50, $1.75 on Google AdSense. That difference was our profit, and I crushed it really hard, with this business, right? Had immense success there. And so then I developed a course. It was called Mad Sense Reborn, right? So if you put that in
Mhm,
Google, I mean, we don't sell this anymore, but this is a big part of my, story. Um,
mhm.
like this Mad Sense products, big part of my story. And, we then sold these products for the next 4 years. So then that's how I built my experience in launching digital products online. And so we sold this product to over
Great.
6,000 customers over a 4-year period, because we launched 4 different versions, right? And for every
Mhm.
time we had an update, we would launch this. Now, there's a great lesson to learn in there for you digital product creators. Every time you have updates, case studies, instead of just throwing it in there, create a new version, create a new edition, create an upsell, maybe
Mhm.
create an exclusive training. And so we done this every single year, and that's how we really maximize the revenues of this product. And so then what happened is, my customers from this course, right? I was teaching them blogging. They had a huge demand. That we created a huge demand for content, because when you're building a blog,
Mhm.
what's the number one thing you need? You need content, right? And so in 2020, it hit me when I realized, over the years, I've sent a lot of people to different content agencies and networks. And so this demand, I already knew it was there. I already knew there's an audience for it, and people are spending a lot of money for content, on content, on written blog content. So I decided it's time we build our own writing agency. And in 2020, late 2020, I founded Hands Off Publishing, which is exactly what we'll be talking about today. And I'll explain to you how we grew this agency. Okay, so let's get into that now. January 2021, we started Hands Off Publishing. We started as a team of 3, and in the last, literally, it's not even been 18 months yet, we've grown to a team
Mhm.
of 40 plus. We went from 0 to 800 plus customers, and without any traditional advertising, right? No Facebook ads, right? no LinkedIn, no social media whatsoever, in fact.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I mentioned about we had all these customers, we created a demand. The funny thing is we didn't use any of our existing customers to sell hands-off publishing. The only customers we use is to validate the offer. So let's go into that. Starting your own agency, right? The first thing you need to do, which is what we did, is validate your offer. So how did we do this? We sold our services for less than they're worth, right? So for example, we charge, and,
Mhm.
and this will apply in any agency, whether you're in creatives, you're in advertising, you're in website development, you're in any kind of graphics design, right,
Mhm.
coding. What you do is to validate your offer is you want to go out there, find a bunch of people, because if you believe in your service, right, that's the key, believing in your offer. So when you know you've got a good
Mhm.
offer, you'll be happy to sell it for less so that you can bring some people through the door and say, hey, we're running a 50% off sale for the first 5 people to test this service in exchange for a testimonial or in exchange
Mhm.
for an honest review. So we really wanted honest reviews. We didn't want people that are freebie hunting just to give us a review. We wanted people that will actually
Mhm.
review our service and give us honest feedback. So then we took this feedback and then with through feedback we improved um our offer, right? So then we
Okay.
realized, okay, so we offer content writing. So what we started doing is we realized people need keyword research, people need images, they need uploading to their WordPress site. So that's how we
Mhm.
then started developing our offer. And by the end of it, we became, by the end of it, we became an end-to-end content writing service, right? And this is kind of the experience you want to deliver. If you're building an agency, you don't really want to leave
Mhm.
any stones unturned. And the reason being is in you doing this, right, you're getting maximum value out of that customer. Because let's say you offer advertising. Well, if you're offering advertising services, you may as well offer funnel development, you may as well offer email marketing, and that's how you then increase the lifetime value of that customer. And in a second, when I dive into the untapped traffic model, you'll understand why lifetime value is everything. Okay, so what we've done is we've taken our service, right? We have validated the offer. We've got people to
Mhm.
test it out, give us reviews. Then we've developed our offer. We've got the complete offer. And that's when, in January 2021, we decided it's time to launch this offer to the actual public and charge full price for it. And that's where untapped
Okay.
traffic comes into it. And so through feedback, we improved the offer and then by Jan 2021 launched the offer. So literally launched the offer. So it took us actually 3 months to validate the offer because
Okay.
a big mistake people make is, of course, everyone wants to make money fast and everyone wants to get the results in quickly. Everyone wants to launch their business right away, start bringing the revenue in. And there's this very common
Mhm.
practice online. People are preaching, they're saying, hey, don't even create your offer. They're saying sell your offer before you even create it so that it works. It works. If your marketing is good, you can sell the offer before you create it. But then what happens when this offer is not even good? Now you have
Yeah.
to refund. Now you have to let customers down. Now you are in a pickle. Okay, so
Mhm.
do not be that person. First, always, whether you're selling a course, whether you're selling a software as a service, whether you're starting an agency and providing real services, always
Mhm.
validate your offer first. Make sure it works. Make sure it delivers the value that you promise, and only
Mhm.
then go ahead and launch the offer. And this is where the juicy parts comes in. Untapped traffic. Okay, now untapped traffic, of course, it's just a name. It's just a name to sound cool and interesting. But actually, this traffic method is is used by some of the biggest brands, and it's
Mhm.
also it's a form of influencer marketing, but it's not the influencer marketing that you are familiar with, right? Form of influencer marketing. But what it's not IG, Snapchat, TikTok, is none of that, right? What we are doing is What we're actually doing is leveraging bloggers. This is what untapped traffic is about. You use bloggers audiences because blogging audiences are some of the hottest audiences you can find on the internet, and I'll explain that under the why it works so well. The reason is you have to think about the user, how they even end up there, how your ad gets to this user, what it took. All right, here's what it took. And by the way, when we leverage bloggers, there's only three types of advertising that we want to purchase. Types of advertising, right? These are the types of advertising you want to purchase from bloggers. Email ads, okay, email us directly to their list. Okay, next one is a sponsored post, a post on their website, and sometimes you can actually get these for free in the form of a guest post,
Yes.
right? And you know you're all familiar with that. So if you get a guest post with these, that's actually going to be free, and the positioning there is that hey, I've got something really valuable to share with your audience, and we feel like it would be a great fit for them. If you're interested, take a look at the information here, and I can put together a unique post for your blog. And most content marketers, most bloggers will be happy to take this post from you as long as it's not a hard pitch, and that's not what you want to do. People are so keen on just selling, they're pitching their offer that they forget to deliver value. Focus on delivering the value, and trust me that the people will come, because now what you're doing is you're building your brand reputation, your brand authority, right? And so eventually when people are putting your keyword, like your brand name, into Google, boom, all these articles that you publish on these sites, they're appearing, and immediately it just closes the deal, because now there's such high trust factor for your brand, right? It's clear that you're an expert, it's clear that you're an authority. Now that trust, you don't have to go build any trust. And the funny thing is, you can do this without any customers. You can do this without any paid marketing. Like, you can build your own brand reputation and authority for free. And people think that, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of years and experience to build your brand authority, when it actually doesn't, right? So for
Yeah.
anyone thinking, hey, I need a big audience to sell my offer, look, we started our agency with zero customers, with zero testimonials, with literally zero any resources at hand. We just started with a good offer, and that all comes back to here. And so the third thing we want to buy from them is a video review, because a lot of bloggers, right, a lot of smart bloggers today, they also have YouTube channels, right? Why did they have YouTube channels?
Yeah.
Because most bloggers know that if you add a video to your content, it really boosts the value. And so a lot of people, what they do is, and I'll give you a very clear example of this one. If you type in Hands Off Publishing on Google, right? This is my agency. If you type that in, we come here. Look at, I talked about brand authority. Look at this. Not my article. This is from an influencer. Look at this one. Not mine. From an influencer. And we have a few more coming in over the next few weeks. And so immediately it's increasing our brand authority. And so look at this guy here. What does he have over here? He has, okay, this one is for another content provider. And in this video, he also talks about ours. Now, let me see. Has he put it here? Here we go. Handle Publishing Review. So this has also gone onto his YouTube channel. And if we click on this, look at that, 1,700 views. And these views are hot views. I mean, if I showed you, this dude, he's also an affiliate of ours. And just by this video and this article, um, just this video and this article, I mean, look at all these commissions. These are his commissions, right? That dude that I just showed you, then Carl Broadbent. These are all his affiliate commissions. And today, look, he's making what, $160 there. 36. I mean, it's crazy. And that's all from a video and um and a sponsored post, right? And the funny thing about this post here, we did not pay him for it. Funny thing is, he paid us for it, because we positioned it so well. We told him, hey, we know you need content. Why don't you test our content writing service? We gave him a discount. He reviewed our service. Literally, like, this is his order. He reviewed it, and boom, when the time came, that's it. He knew he's gonna get commissions from it. We said, hey, we can give you commissions 10%, and it'll probably work out better for you. And I'll explain why it works better for these influencers to become your affiliate versus you paying them. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But why does it work so well? Let's take a look at that, why it works so well. Firstly, think about the user. Google is the hard, like, everyone knows this, right? Google is the hardest platform to get traffic from.
Yeah.
I mean, don't
Yeah.
you agree? Like you have to rank page one. I mean, how easy is that? It's not easy. So you need to first rank page 1 to 3 to get the hottest traffic, because that's the most engaged traffic, right? That's the traffic that's really out here seeking information, and most of the hot traffic always clicks on results page 1 to 3. They don't really go any further than that. So now that's the hottest traffic. But then I talked about the email ad, right? So then this person, this visitor, um, has to consume the content, enjoy the content, and then only then subscribe to the email list, right?
Yes.
And then double opt-in, so they even have to confirm their subscription, and then they stay subscribed, and finally they see your ad from their
Yeah.
favorite influencer. I mean, imagine this now. This is such engaged, hot traffic. First, they found a random website on Google. Then they consumed that content. Then they enjoyed that content. They enjoyed it so much, they thought, hey, I need to subscribe to this person's email list. They subscribe to their email list. But not only that, they went onto their email inbox and they double opted and they confirmed their subscription. And then when this influencer sent out emails for the next 1 to 3 months, they stayed subscribed. They carried on reading that content. And then finally, one day, your ad comes along. It's coming from someone they trust so much, and they end up. I mean, what happens from that point on? That's what I'll show you. But just think about that. How hot is that traffic? And that's why it converts so well. And that's why when I'm going to share with you some results that we've seen, right? You'll understand why it works that way. So remember, let's do a quick summary, okay? I want to do a quick summary because I know it's all on a Google Doc and it might get a bit confusing. The summary is this: how untapped traffic works is we find bloggers, leveraging bloggers in your niche, right? Okay, and
Okay.
what are you looking for? You want these bloggers, if they're getting any more, 10K plus page views per month, happy days per month. That's it. Like that's a good size blogger to work with, and they will be cheap. In fact, they might even be free if you're following the guest post model or the affiliate model, right? So you can approach them. Now let's go on the approaching. How do you approach? Approach with guest post. All right. Me personally, if you ask me what I approach them with, is always email ads per sponsored post. I'm asking them, hey, can you sell us any advertising? And the reason that works better is because we're putting money up front. When you approach with a guest post, right? Or you approach with an affiliate deal, everyone does that because not many people want to put their money where their mouth is, right? Because people want to get things for free, and influencers, they don't always appreciate this, because they want to see some kind of money. So sometimes it's better to approach with money, but then later the deal might change, and it might turn out that it's better for them to become your affiliate. If you can show them the numbers, if you can show them, hey, this offer converts well, we've had zero refunds, we give this much in commissions to other affiliates, and so they might then become your affiliate. But we approach with the email ad plus sponsored post. You can approach them with a guest post, and the final one is approach them with an affiliate deal, right? They can become
Okay.
an affiliate for you. And I'm going to put this one in bold because this is what works for us. We always start this way, and then later we might make people our affiliates. Okay, so you're looking for blogs in your niche that deliver valuable content that get over 10K page views per month. And how do you find this? You use a simple tool called similarweb.com, right? And that's it. In a second, I'm going to use that to give you a case study and show you how this works. All right. And the types of advertising you want to purchase are email ads, sponsored posts, guest posts, and video reviews. What you do not ever want to purchase, do not purchase banner ads. I purchased banner ads on some of the biggest sites in our niche, and they maybe some people can make it work. For us, they perform terribly. So I would just not waste my time and money, and I would not include that under untapped traffic, right? These things here right there are what we would consider untapped. And why it works so well, once again, is because Google's the hardest platform to get traffic from. These websites are getting traffic directly from Google. They're opting into their email list, and then they are consuming your content, which is your ad or whatever it may be. Okay, so how about this? I mean, let's see. Is everyone with me so far? I mean, can we see comments on here? I want to make sure that this is all making sense.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry about that. They are writing the questions, and in the end, there will be a Q&A session.
Perfect, perfect. All right, so that's why it works so well. Now let's look at a case study. Okay, so if we type in hands off publishing on Google, I'm going to give you the most broken down case study. This is literally the juice. This is everything, and I'm literally revealing one of the influencers we work with so actively. They brought us so much business, and they're quite responsible for taking our agency to where it is today. But I'm going to share it all with you. Okay, so if we come on Google, this article here, nichepursuits.com, right? April 5th, 2021. This is when we run a promotion with them. And this promotion, okay, let's make another list here for this case study, right? Is basically 4K into 56K. That's what I done in 60 days, right? That's what this promotion was. They charged us 4K, right? Nichepursuits.com is the website, okay? They charged us 4K for three email ads, one sponsored post, and what was that other thing? They like three Facebook group shout outs. Okay, so they got a
Correct.
Facebook group, and this is what they sold us for 4K. The funny thing is, right? Here's the funny thing, what, and I told you I'll tie back into it before, the affiliate deal. They actually said to me, you can give us, they offered 3K plus 10% commissions. But I knew that, that's not going to make sense, because if this blows up for us, like our previous ads had blown up for us, I just knew that that is not, we're going to end up paying a lot more than it's worth. But think about this, 3K, then we've done 56K. Imagine we gave them 10% commissions, right? You might
Yeah.
think, oh, I'm saving 1K on the front end. But had we given them 10% commissions, we would have given them 5.6K on top of this. We would have given them 8.6K. We would have taken a 4.6K hit. So what makes more sense? It's always better to pay the full deal. And when you sign up affiliates, you don't want to be paying to make someone your affiliate. Someone should become your affiliate for free because they know they can make a lot of money promoting your offer, not because you gave them money. Then they'll be less geared towards selling your product and promoting your product. Okay, so don't accept such deals. The deal is what we took is this. So I will just bold this because this is the offer we took. Okay, so what did they then do? They went and tested our service. They literally did. They spent $400 with us. They bought one of our packages. Okay, then they reviewed the entire thing. And actually, the funny thing with these guys is because look, blogging audiences, these valuable bloggers, they really care about what they push. Like, sure, they're being paid for it, but they're not going to push something that's no good. And that's something you want to look for, right? How it works. Okay, look for must push valuable content. So what I do is I dig some of their content first. Like, I'll read and I'll see, is that content actually good, or is it just like crappy content, copied and pasted, or curated content, nothing too unique about it. But I knew that these guys are the real deal because I don't think they look podcast. They got a podcast, right? They're bringing high level people on there. They got case studies showing that they're actually active in the space, right? And if you look, you read that about page and everything, and you start to realize, well, this is a real brand. And you don't want to go to some of these blogs. They're not like real brands. They don't care about actually what they put out. And maybe they've just been around for a long time. They get a lot of traffic. But the thing is, you want to identify the trust between the audience and them. So I went inside their Facebook group and I seen the kind of engagement they're getting in there, the kind of questions and the kind of trust that people are putting into these guys. I went onto their podcast, I seen the engagement they're getting on their podcast, the comments, and then I figured, wow, this is actually a hot audience. So then it made sense for me, but now it needs to make sense for them because they don't want to push something that actually is bad because it will come and bite them. It'll come back at them. So then they actually tested our service and then they reviewed it all. And look, if you have a agency selling infographics, an agency selling t-shirt designs, an agency selling video editing, or any kind of videos, right? Animation videos or whiteboard videos, any of those things, right? They would all fit the same criteria, right? Whoever you go to, they'll have to test your service. They'll do a test. You give them a discount, let them test your service. Then they'll document the entire process, and this is what we call a sponsored post. These are the best posts when they review your product, like when they review your service, because there's another form of sponsored post, right? And that sponsored post is a broad angle. That sponsored post is like, let's say Arkham says to me, you can write something on my blog to do with untapped traffic. Like, it might be cool. I'm giving value, but that's not directly linking back to my product. Like, it might position me as an
Mhm.
authority, but it doesn't really advertise my product. So when I get a sponsored post, I want them to be directly about the product. I need it to be a review about a product, because what do people do when they go on Google searching for your product? They're going to look for reviews. They're not going to
Yeah.
how it works, why it works. That's all on your website. They want to see reviews from other people about your product, and the more reviews you can plaster on Google, the better it is going to be for your brand. And the higher authority sites you can get those reviews from, the more value you add to your brand domain, because you're getting authority links coming in to your site. That is boosting the value of your domain, that is getting you more organic traffic. And when you start publishing content under your domain, because believe me, organic traffic is a hot strategy for agencies. And if I show you one of our competitors before I dive deeper into this case study, right? Word agents, let me show you something. This is look how much traffic they're getting, 97.4k visits just in 30 days, right? That's look at this: March 126.5, 118.7, 100,000 page views per month, 2.3 pages per visit, 2 minutes average. This is exceptional results. We get like 3,000 page views per month, and we're still generating 5 to 7k of that. So you can only imagine, when you're getting this much traffic, how much money you're potentially making. And it all comes down to what I've talked about, right? When you get these links in, it boosts your authority in Google. So when you publish content, it performs better on Google, because Google sees you as an authority domain. So we had them, anyways, back to the case study. We had them review our service. This is the review, right? Simple. What they've gone and
Mhm.
done is sent 3 email ads out to their list with this article. They've gone into their Facebook group, sent 3 shout outs with this article, saying, hey, here's this review. Go check out Hands Up Content, 10 or 15% off for this month only. And let me show you the results. Okay, so I said it was April 2021, right? So
Yeah.
we done it in April, April 1st. Now, by the way, them times I wasn't even tracking deeply. I didn't need to use analytics, all of this. The reason is because when we were running advertising, we're only running with one influencer at a time. So if we weren't get like the days we don't get traffic is because we're not running any advertising, right? So when we would get traffic, we know, we can just go on our analytics, see the referring domain, boom, we know where the traffic is coming from, and we know for that day or that month, all the revenue came from this promotion. So like in this month, the only promotion we ran, even actually until May 31st, the only promotion we ran is with these guys. That's the only traffic we were getting. So all revenue is directly from them. All right, so you can see it right here. We had 202 new customers coming from this promotion. It's absurd. $4,000 we spent. This is as real as it gets. This is $4,000 we spent. And I talked about the lifetime value. This isn't even the lifetime value. This is the average order value, and this is why it makes so much sense for us. You want
Mhm.
okay. So let's talk about. Let's come here. Um, must haves. Right? I've called this the must-have. Average order value, that's what that stands for, $250 plus, right? And lifetime value. And the only way you get a good lifetime value, right, is when your service or offer is good and it's something they can
Good.
continually purchase, right? Because if there's some services you're going to sell and they can't, there's no need for them to buy it again. It's like a one-time setup. Maybe you set them up a website once, but can't keep setting them up websites. But what you can offer is a support service, right? You can offer ongoing maintenance and support, updating of the site, optimization, keeping the speeds up to date, clearing the cache, etc. for them. You can do all of that and keep that as an ongoing service, and boom, you boost your lifetime value. right? And when you boost that lifetime value, that's how we took these 202 customers, right? And over the year, we've turned this promotion into way over $100,000 because our customers keep coming back. Right, so that's a very interesting thing and something you need to keep in mind. And another way we shot ourselves in the foot is that at the time, as you can see, we didn't have any subscription offers, and we could have secured a lot of subscription deals then and a lot of recurring revenue, but we didn't. So even with all these mistakes that we made, we sent them to a shabby website. Now we have a really nice website, and before we had a crappy website. If you go on that thing, Wayback Machine, if you go on waybackmachine.org or something, you can see what a website
Mhm.
looked at the time, and it looked terrible. And it goes to show how hot the traffic is, that even with a terrible looking website,
Mhm.
outdated looking website, and even with no marketing in place, we had no retargeting in place, we didn't have any email follow-up sequences in place, we didn't have a cool sales video, we barely had any testimonials, like everything that you could do wrong. We didn't have any cool, intense tracking in place. We just about had anything in place. We just had a page and a good service, right? And that's why I keep coming back to this good service, because if your offer's not good, then nothing works, right? People say, good marketing covers for a bad offer, but you don't want to be in that position. Why do you need marketing to cover for your offer? What we focus on is come up with a good offer, then you can get away with bad marketing, right? And that's the way you want to think, because you put together a good offer, your customers keep coming back, they keep spending with you, lifetime value goes up. And for each of these customers, I can guarantee that of these 202 customers, right, on average, we brought back $1,000 each for them. We brought back way over 200K. I know I said over 100K before, but I know we brought back way over 200K, because from this point on, we didn't do much heavy promotion throughout the year. We spent very little money through the rest of the year on ads, and we ended up doing over 250K that year. So as you can see, that's like the case study just in a complete wrap. I mean, there's nothing else to say about it. These are hot customers, and if we look at, I think year to date, I think it shows us, if you can see now, look how our spend per customer has gone up. Did you see before I showed you £256? And by the way, this dispute activity, that's something I need to talk about as well. These disputes are not because we delivered a bad service. This was actually transaction fraud, and it put us in a tight position. But I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. Look how the spend per customer has gone up 391%, because what we actually ended up doing is we increased our prices firstly after a year,
Mhm.
because we've got consistent consistent results, consistent quality, consistently happy customers. So we knew, it's not making much sense to us anymore. We need to hire more, we need to spend more on our staff. And anyways, the economy, the way it's going, everything's going up. So we figured that, we need to increase our prices. So firstly, we increased our prices. Secondly, we introduced higher end packages. Like firstly, we were just,
Mhm.
max you could spend with us is like $1,600 up front, but now we've got like 26, we've got a $4,750 package. So we added these things in, and you'd be surprised, one, two people are going to take them in. Like every now and then someone's going to take it. And because our model is kind of cool in that we sell content. So when you sell content, like we sell by words, so it's just like 1,000 words is this. So then if you buy 10,000, you can save money and you get for this. So when you by the time you get to 100,000 words, you're saving a lot of money and you're getting a lot of content. And this is something there's no limit to, right? When you buy content,
Mhm.
this is why content agency is, it's a really good business. But I'm not here to convince you to start a content writing agency, because I'm just going to create myself some more competition after everything I shared today. But um with this is that the same, by the way, with images, right? If you were selling any kind of graphics, you can always sell more, make like a bulk deal, right? Maybe sell like 100 images as part of the deal, 100 social media posts, or if you're doing copywriting, 100 ads. All right, so you can it's almost like commoditizing your product. And some people say it can be slightly disadvantageous, but also at the same time it can be a very good approach for you. And it's what we've done. It's what we've done. People, for us, they don't get on a phone call with us, right? We don't run them through any application. The first time they come to our website, they literally click on here and they spend $1,400. They spend however much money. So it's interesting, and something to keep in mind. All right, so By the way, you have the website now, and I'm going to show you some other things. And I wanted to
So if I cut you out, Abdullah, can you please like zoom in your screen so it's more visible for the
sure.
mobile users? Perfect. Thanks.
Perfect. So off 3%. Okay, so I showed you this now. What I'm going to do is, because we're here anyways, and people will. Sorry, I'm just getting a rebound on my audio. Yeah, perfect. So people will look at this document later. So here's the review that they wrote for us. Okay, and
Let me just, it's on my side. Just give me a second. Okay,
no
got it.
problem.
Good.
So if anyone wants to review the format, the way we do these sponsored posts, then you can actually take a look at this right here. All right. So that's the must-haves. Okay. And I don't want to dive too deep into how to create this, but you can always just have, more offers or break down your offer. For example, we offer keyword research writing, images publishing. But the mistake we've made is, what we could have done is sell writing for one fee, then sell keyword research as an upgrade, sell images as an upgrade, sell publishing as an upgrade. Okay, so you can do that, right? And you can create upsells. All right, that's how you increase that average order value. And then you want to create, so this is AOV. Okay, more offers. Break down. I don't know why it keeps showing me that on Grammarly. So break down your offer. We need to do it like this. More offers, break down your offer, and for lifetime value, so LTV, you want to have recurring offers, ongoing offers. So something that's just like you're regularly providing the thing to them. And one thing that works really well is just offer, support. It could be, support subscription, and that's really great because you're just overseeing their work for them, or whatever it is that you deliver to them, like monthly support. So use these things to boost these numbers here, and you need these kind of numbers to really crush it with untapped traffic. And final thing I want to cover is the use cases for this model, and after that we'll just answer some questions because I don't want to go too off track, right? So the use cases, this can be used exceptionally well in e-commerce. What I'm going to do to save us some headache, I wrote a really interesting post the other day, and it's funny because I've not tested this, but I know a lot of people are doing this, and because I know a lot of people are doing this, I just feel like it could serve you really well if you're in e-commerce. So we just click here quickly, get this, and you can read this later. All right.
Okay.
Actually, 1 second. So did I even get the post? Should have. Let me just make sure it works. Yeah, cool. That's going to work.
Yes,
Cool.
sir.
So that's the e-commerce strategy for agencies. Everything, I've shown you here today. And for courses, you pivot slightly and, you leverage affiliates. Okay. Affiliates, JVs. Now, literally this model, I talked about our MadSense products before, right? So with that, we're not going exactly to bloggers. You can totally leverage untapped traffic the exact way I've shown you here today. For courses, it works exceptionally well. But what we do, we just go directly to people. We find them through Facebook, right? So we'd go on like Facebook, we'd see people in our niche that are selling, big products, that have big communities, that have big audiences, and these guys are always looking to make more money. Because look, if you're a product seller, right, how many offers can you possibly create? But you know that your customers are ready to buy. They want to buy something. They're always ready to buy, and you want to get the money out of them. So, I mean, it sounds bad the way I positioned that, but the thing is, people are always ready to spend. They always want to learn. They've always got some problems to solve. So you can go to people that are already selling courses, that already have online communities, and you can hit them up and say, hey, I have a really cool offer for your audience. Would you be happy to promote it? And I've done this in I think it was 2020 maybe, but there's a company, it's called Builderall. It's like a funnel builder, right? And so I went to this dude, Builderall, and it's huge. They got a lot of thousands of customers, and you'd think it's impossible, to get a deal with this guy. But still, we managed to arrange a deal with him. And at the time, I had $1,000 course, and I was teaching the blogging model, how to build blogs and monetize them with AdSense. And Builderall, look, if I just show you what Builderall is, it's like a funnel builder. And so they were what they were going to launch at the time is a blogging feature, like, where you can build blogs using their platform. Let's see if they say here, like WordPress Pro and WooCommerce, that's like stores. But anyways, they had this thing where you can start building blogs, and they wanted to launch it. So I said, hey, I've got a really cool thing for you that would go really well with that, with the launch. How about you launch your software and we show people how to make money with blogs, so more people will use the blogging platform? He
Hmm.
said, cool. So we ran a 2-hour webinar where I revealed the entire model. I explained to them how it works and how they can use Builderall to crush with
Hmm.
that. And we done 25K in sales in 2 hours, on this webinar. So believe me when I say it works very well for courses,
Hmm.
very well for agencies, and very well for e-commerce. And otherwise it does not work. I would not recommend this for affiliates. If you're pushing other people's offers, then untapped traffic is not the way. I mean, I don't even want to touch on that or talk on that because I have no experience how you'd make it work as an
Hmm.
affiliate. But if you're running any of these businesses here, you can really crush it with untapped traffic.
All
Cool
right,
then.
so so let's say that we don't have like a fixed, same like you, we do not have like a fixed offer, because majority of the people who are watching the podcast, they are into Amazon or those sort of services that requires like that do not have a fixed offer. So what happens in it, like a client approaches you, they give your own business model that their brand is this much size, they have this much SKUs, and based on those that you give them an offer. So how we can build an offer
Mhm.
so that covers all of the individuals or all of the consumers coming at your website.
Right, right. So maybe you mean these people, they are going to e-commerce businesses and helping them promote their products.
Yeah.
Right. So for that case, that's what this post will serve you really well with, because what you want to do is, if you notice, and me and you were talking about this on a call the other day, that 40% of like Amazon revenue comes from affiliates, right? What
Hmm.
this means is there's a lot of affiliate bloggers on Google. I mean, we can think about anything. Like I'm drinking from gym bottle. Okay, so best gym bottle. Let's see if this comes up. Or gym shaker,
Hmm.
right? So boom, 10 reusable water bottles for 2021. That's great. So majority of these, like in this scenario, they might have direct deals with them. Men's Health is a very big site, so it's unlikely that they're just using code affiliate links. They
Hmm.
might actually have direct deals. But you go to the bloggers, like, look, we don't have to go to the biggest sites. Okay, so what you do is, and this is a great offer, like if you're selling this to someone to promote their product, what you can do for them is go reach out to
Hmm.
10, 20 blogs promoting certain products, right? And these
Okay.
guys, they're definitely crushing it. Look, this is on Amazon, it's on Amazon, it's on Amazon. And you just hit them up and you say, hey, we've got a crazy product here. I mean, a really relevant product for you. And we see, that you have this article already. And like, maybe your pitch can be, you can offer better commission, because if you're working with an Amazon seller, right, and they want to promote their
Hmm.
product, they'll probably be happy to say, hey, instead of 7%, we'll give 10%. So you can come with a commission thing, or you can just literally say, hey, we would love to have our product featured on this article of yours, and
Hmm.
they might charge you for it, or they might ask you for a reason why. Maybe your product's better, maybe it's got a lot of reviews, maybe it's already a hot
Hmm.
seller on Amazon. And so you can then just have, start hitting up these blogs and dominating, replacing these products
Hmm.
with your own, or like the person you're promoting for. Or like I said, I noticed on another blog the other day, you can literally purchase the advertising space. And furthermore, how do you use the sponsored post? You literally purchase a sponsored post from them that's a dedicated review on that one single
Hmm.
product. And that right there will be gold. And if you can get sponsored reviews on these, high-end sites, right? And you get them to
Hmm.
write a dedicated review for your product, that's that'll just be golden. And you can literally charge someone, like a client, you could charge them like $1,000 per post. Like, you don't even like, they still have to pay the influencer, right? Maybe this influencer, maybe these guys here, bestreviews.guide, they might charge $2,000. But the thing is, that will be it'll be worth a lot, to the seller. So maybe they charge $2,000, you go charge your client, $1,000, and then you take whatever 5% commissions from the sales. I don't know how you'll structure your deal. Maybe better, because I've never done Amazon business or
Okay.
worked with Amazon
Okay.
clients. But that's more or less the approach.
So so. Mhm. So let's just alter the situation right now. So let's say I'm a service provider. I help
Sure.
businesses on Amazon to grow further, right?
Mhm.
So I'm building my own, developing my own website, and I want to put an offer on it. So now the problem is that, let's say I cannot give a fixed offer. The problem is here because some products are complicated. Some brands has multiple SKUs. So how to feature those offers? How to make it like perfect for every consumer coming on your website?
If you're making your own website, do you mean?
Yeah.
Like if you make, yeah, so if you're making your own website with a bunch of products, I mean, that will come back to kind of what we do, right? We work with a lot of clients like this that require content,
No.
and
Yeah.
and so the best thing you want to do is just do,
No.
a lot of like best of posts, roundup posts, and so you can tailor to every area. You know what I mean? Like if you look at some of these sites, they're so vague. They'll just do product reviews, best reviews, and then you just do
No,
posts like,
it's a bit different.
uh,
I believe that I'm being like, so let's say you have your own website, like publishing off, right? You have your
yeah,
offer. You're selling these number of words, right? Now I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
create my own website and I want to
Ah,
sell my branding services.
sure.
So how I can make like an Amazon FBA brand has come to my website and they want to purchase my services. Now how
How,
I can put my
hmm.
offer?
Like literally, like how would we create a site like this?
Yeah, how to put my offer so it works for every brand.
Yeah, sure. So, and I hope I understood the question right. I don't know why it's going over my head. But generally, like, position. Maybe we're talking about positioning the offer and how you create your brand.
Yeah,
Um, you
yeah.
know, it's just about making like we make. For us, I mean, our approach has always been, and even when we're selling courses, you make one big promise, right? You focus on one promise,
Mhm.
and so our promise is this: that you can get authority blog content that generates results. You might be like, get your products ranked page one on Amazon, in 60 days, or whatever it might be. I mean, I'm not too sure how that industry works, and so then you and the main thing that we do, right, if you're building out a service or page or brand or website for selling anything, is what they
Mhm.
call funnel hacking, right? You want to go look at
Yeah.
what people in that niche are already doing, how they're crushing it, and this is what we done. We remodeled our competitors. Like, I didn't have a clue on how I'm going to build out our first
Mhm.
site, right? So I went over to a direct competitor, the person that I really wish that our brand could get on their level, word agents, and I seen, all right, so
Mhm.
there's their promise, right? Then they're telling us what do they provide. Then we've got testimonials. Then they
Okay.
tell us what they give, and then the pricing.
Mhm.
That's simple. And so we took that exactly, and
Mhm.
we went on ClickFunnels. We built this out on ClickFunnels initially. Then we went to WordPress. We moved this onto WordPress Optimized Press, and done that. Then you comes the pricing. How do you uncover your pricing? Once again, you see what the market's charging for this. Not only that, what is it worth to your customer, right? We know, like, these content, one article can be worth $20 per month to our clients. So if we're charging $75, but it's worth them $240 a year, well, then that's a good deal, isn't it? So that's how we
Mhm.
structure our pricing. And then we also have to see, how much are we paying our staff. If we were making 100% margin in this business, then we'd be doing something wrong, because people wouldn't be happy to pay that, because we are getting cheap quality and charging premium pricing. We looked at the market and we see what people charge. I personally, I don't know if everyone else will go and do this. I went to other agencies, right? I purchased their services. I seen the quality that they're delivering for what they're charging. That helped me understand how much we should charge for the quality that we're delivering. So I hope that makes sense, and hope I did answer your question this time.
Yeah. So you're reverse engineering what they are doing and finding their gaps and filling them.
Exactly. That's it. That's exactly what I'm doing. Like, I noticed with these guys, right? They're offering
Mhm.
content, but they offer all the thing that we offer included. They offer it additionally. So they offer the thing like this called for SEO optimization, as you can see, additional. So I figured, hey, we'll just pack it into one offer. We'll offer images as part of the offer, not additional. We'll offer uploading
Mhm.
content as part of the offer, not additional. And so then when we done that, that became like our USP. That's why we called it hands off, because we're doing everything for you. Whereas a lot of these content agencies, they're only doing
Mhm.
individual parts for you and then charging for the rest. So exactly what you said, reverse engineer the competition and then fill in the gaps. That's it.
So let's say I have purchased an email ad from one of the bloggers. So who's gonna write the email ad? Are it's gonna be me or the blogging website?
Absolutely. So the email ad, you're right. And I'll see if I can pull one up because they're very straightforward. I'll show you how simple, one of these can, be. So actually, let me see. To be fair, I can just literally write one up. This is exactly what we do, right? We'll just say,
Mhm.
you know, hands off publishing, or something like this. Do you need authority, blog content?
Mhm.
Hands off publishing is giving 10% off this month on all the content packages. Right. So we might write
Mhm.
something as simple as that. Because like I said, the traffic's already so hot, they're already so warm, they already trust this influencer. So they don't expect
Okay.
that this guy's gonna recommend something that's not gonna be good. So you can write kind of almost cold ads. You don't have to go so deep. And they're this short, right? They give us like 100, sometimes they give like 100 words, max per email ad. And so in every case, like most cases, you will write the email ad. Some big websites, they will charge you to write, these ads, and it's not worth it. It's better to write it yourself, and then they'll have an editorial team, they'll review, edit it anyways
Mhm.
before they publish it. So yeah, you write the ad, and it's always just ask a question maybe, and then just say boom. Always like we always offer a discount, and because you want
Mhm.
to make it exclusive to that audience, right? Whichever audience you're advertising on. So when we done niche pursuits, this website here, we said, hey, I'm pretty sure we done a 15% off. And so then when people go on the site, they realize, well, we can't get 15% off from anywhere else. Then let's use this code, and it feels a bit more exclusive.
Okay, so there are no complexities of hiring a copywriter and getting that email done.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like it. Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. So I guess we should wrap up the session because it's like 50 minutes long now, and we still have some visitors along with us. So
Yeah,
in case
absolutely.
you guys have any queries, do let me know. I'm not sure why the StreamYard is like bugging me out because it's only showing me the questions I'm getting on LinkedIn and not the questions that we are getting on Facebook. So in case
uh
you guys have any questions, do reach out and let me know so I can call ask Abdullah about it.
yeah, perfect. Let's get some questions in.
Okay, so question I have in mind. So are you using any other strategies like for cold emailing, for outreaching, and those sort of things? And if you are doing that, what's the best way to do that?
Sorry, for cold outreach and cold mailing, etc.
Yeah.
Right, so we don't do that to get any customers. We only do it to tap into these bloggers, right? So we'll just go to blogs. Like if you go to niche pursuits, we're finding whichever
Mhm.
blog we want to advertise on, right? We first thing we do is
Mhm.
scroll right to the bottom, either contact, or if you're
Mhm.
lucky, you'll see something like this, advertise. So we
Okay.
don't do any cold mailing outreach for customers. We only do it to secure advertising deals.
Mhm. Okay, so what do you think? Like, let's say there's a company, there's a guy starting a startup, and he hasn't much budget. Can he get some free advertising and generate sales out of it, or it's not possible to get that hard audience for free?
Yeah, absolutely, it's possible because you have many approaches. One is what we talked about, the guest post. Okay, so the guest post is provide valuable content to someone's audience. They'll happily accept that for free. The second thing is it's almost like a business in a box. What we do sometimes is we'll write a full product review. Like I've got a deal coming in the next few days, right, where I have to write
Hmm.
this full review for our service, and we're going to put it onto his site, and then we're just going to give him 10% commission. So he's not we're not paying him anything. We're just doing all the hard work for him. I told him, hey, we've got a cool offer here. We've got affiliates already making money with it. Offers got zero refunds. We serve X amount of customers, and
Hmm.
we think it'd be a great fit for your audience. He's like, cool, I'm interested. So he said, would you be willing to write a review? I said, hey, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So I'm gonna go deep
Okay.
and as a customer, review our service, write a review, publish it to your site, offer him commissions, and that's free, right?
All right. So it's just all about having a good website and having the urge to execute it.
Absolutely, it's all
Okay.
about and it's all about the offer, really. When more than anything, it's how good the offer is.
Hmm.
If your offer is going to be bad, or if you can't live up to your promise, or if you have operational issues, then
Hmm.
there's no point wasting your time with this.
Okay. All right. So let's just wrap it up. Abdullah, thank you so much for giving us your time, and let me know when are you coming up with some other case studies so we can discuss it with the audience. And thank you so much. Let's get going.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Same here. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.